If nobody told you as of yet today, I love you. If nobody told you as of yet today, I am proud of you. You're going to continue to achieve anything you set out to do, all right? Thank you, babies. Also, you already know, I do got to give you that brief disclaimer, all right? I only want you to take what applies to you and leave the rest behind, all right? I don't want you trying to force certain scenarios for you. If you don't get your confirmation through me, I guarantee you're going to get it through somebody else, so be patient with your process. Also, y'all know that voice too raspy to be whispering. So this about the time that you probably want to go ahead and hit that volume, all right? So listen, chosen ones, you know I had to check in, right? Because I understand that right now the full moon was about a day or two ago based upon where you located, right? And during that time, I told you before, focus on everything positive, because you already know negative individuals was going to try to project their energy on you to try to trick you out of your position. You understand me? So if you've been feeling a little bit more irritated, if you've been more short patience, it's okay. You understand? However, I don't want you to allow those people to get in your head. I don't want you reacting to them just so that they could trick you out of your position, just because, again, they want to cause certain illusions and confusions. You stand your ground. You understand? So if anything's triggering you right now, I want you to stay away from it. If anybody's disrespecting you, let them disrespect themselves. You understand? Don't even acknowledge it, because if you don't acknowledge it, it doesn't exist, all right? So be cautious. Take this time to recharge. Get yourself together. Don't feel like you taking step backs. You not. But you had to realize you were empath. So therefore, anytime the planets change, your feelings may change too. But nobody has control over you but you. You understand me? So relax. You already know what the devil's going to do. Be a demon. You already know what they're going to try to do. Try to cause you to react to them. When you on to their games, there's nothing that they can do that you already don't know that they're going to be trying to do. You understand me? So relax. Now, chosen ones, look, before we get started, right, I always got to say thank you in advance for all y'all's love, all y'all's likes, all y'all shares, all y'all subscribes, all y'all's kind words, not only to each other, well, myself, but each other too. You understand me? I appreciate you. I also want to take this time out to shout out my father, all right? My father, Tiger. This day, mad years ago, his physical passed away. This is the masculine that taught me everything I know. See, when I was younger, there's certain things that I ain't realized why he would take me on certain walks outside, had certain conversations, right? Those same conversations that we had when I was younger are the same information that I needed when I was older. You understand me? At that time, I ain't realized why he was saying the things that he said. You understand me? So I want you to realize that, again, I got to shout out my father. He's the person who taught me everything I know. You understand me? He was a true go-getter. He was somebody who didn't play no type of games. And I had to break the cycle that he was in for him. You understand me? My father was a hothead. He was a great father, but he ain't play no shit. So therefore, anytime he seen an injustice, he stood up for it. But sometimes it got a little physical. You heard me? So I had to definitely, he passed that baton to me, and I had to show him energetically how he could overcome certain things. So I want you to, you know, I'm acknowledging my father. I'm going to leave it at that, because I ain't going to have that ugly cry, you feel me? Because he's always been with me, always will. He don't play about me. So let's talk, chosen ones. Now listen, I want you to realize how your mind, body, and soul, all of those chakras got to be aligned. Now, when I say this, chosen ones, you may say, what you talking about? I'm going to explain it to you, right? See, I want you to realize, matter of fact, let's use an analogy like we typically do. I want you to think about a cell phone, because half of you got it in your hand right now. Half of you rarely put that shit down. So I want you to think about a cell phone and how it reflects you too, right? See, what does a cell phone do? Various things. What does it do? It comes in various forms too. So just like you, there's certain individuals that you have a great exterior. That's like that cell phone that you see like, damn, that shit looks slick. Other cell phones that you see, they're equipped to do other things, right? Some of them work faster than the other. Some of them, again, can do other things. Some of them are good for certain pictures. Then there's some that consist of both qualities, right? It's not only fast, but it also has great things that it can do too. Hear me out, and I'm going to explain how that reflects to you, right? See, chosen ones, we come in various forms. We don't all look the same. Some of us have other qualities that other individuals don't do. Some of us have the opportunity and ability to do certain downloads too, whereas some are just there in case they need to make a call, right? See, chosen ones, I want you to think about a cell phone. The internet service, right? You know how you could be driving in the country or drive to a different location and all of a sudden that service or that signal don't come in? How sometimes your Wi-Fi could drop in a sense based upon the location that you in? You know how sometimes, again, that signal isn't as strong. I want you to compare that to your mentality in a sense, your mind, right? See, if your mind ain't clear, if your mind ain't strong, I want you to realize that nothing on that phone is going to be able to function in a sense, right? You're going to be holding that phone up to the closest star to try to get that connection coming in. You're going to put that phone what? What do we typically do? When that phone service is messed up, we out there with our hands up, sitting there trying to find a spot for it to come through. Again, I want you to compare that to you. Some areas cloud your mind. Some areas keep certain downloads from coming through. Certain individuals that you surround yourself with, again, they end up taking the service of you. See, chosen ones, what do you do when that phone loses certain service? You lift your hands up. That's the same that you got to do pertaining to you too. Anybody try you, anybody try to, again, knock out your signal, mess with your frequency, so on and so forth, you raise your vibrations in a sense. Just like you would do when you got that phone in your hand, you're going to lift it up, right? Oh, why? So that's what you got to do for you too. But let's break down more aspects pertaining to how that cell phone truly applies to you too, right? So not only as far as the service, your mind getting clear based upon certain things blocking it. So I want you to think about how the trees could try to mess it up, certain weather could try to mess it up, where again, your service is not coming through strong. That's individuals projecting energy on you. That's individuals sitting there trying to block you. That's certain individuals that have pulled that Wi-Fi out. So now you trying to find something to connect to. You gonna always have to raise your vibration, all right? So not only that, I want you to think, right? Because a lot of individuals are always talking about, yes, you a chosen one, you a god or you a goddess. Now, hear me out. See, when I say you a god or you a goddess, you not the god. You understand me? And that's where certain individuals kind of mess that up. See, a goddess and a goddess, they not the same as a king or a queen. So you're going to know what type of position you're supposed to play. See, the difference is a queen or a king, right? They typically take over something somebody else done built, right? So those are the individuals that they parents done worked hard and passed that shit down to them. Now they overseeing it. That's certain individuals that done built certain thing up. They ain't have to do nothing but was born into it, right? That's a king or a queen. We not downplaying you. But you also have to realize that a king and a queen is different pertaining to what the abilities that a god or a goddess has to do, right? See, a king and a queen looks over some shit. But a goddess or a god, they can create that shit. You understand me? But hear me out. See, so many individuals, they always try to be in my inbox talking about what God is or what God is that, so on and so forth, how you a God. And I said that's true, but to a certain extent. See, that shit is non-negotiable. You heard me. See, when I say that, my faith, you can't play with that. That's some things, and I ain't even trying to hear your opinion if you're going to try to have me doubt that. You understand me? So I want you to realize, although you could be a god or a goddess, you're not the God. God put a piece of him in you. So what is that? A pop-up generator in a sense. That means in the absence of his physical, he allows you to go around to certain individuals and allow them to plug themselves in. You're the person that, again, if they don't have light, if they don't got love, if they don't got abundance, and you near them, you can sit there and plug into them and allow them to see certain views that they wasn't seeing. You have the ability to give them that energy based upon what you speaking to them, right? Now hear me out. See, my God may be your Allah, maybe your job, but when we discuss the signs and synchronicities of them, that's the same person. The same way you may call that person Ray Ray, they may call him Raymond. That person may call him Raymond, right? But when we sitting there talking about it, we describing them, who we talking about, the same thing, right? So again, you may call him Jah, they may call him Allah, they may call him God, so on and so forth. But when we break that down, who we talking about? That source that created it all, that source that then sat there and made certain blessings come, that source that again only spreads certain positive energy around certain individuals, right? So don't get caught up in that name, but you know the difference pertaining to those demonic individuals and who they praising, right? Alright, cool. So let's get back to this and how this applies to you. See, chosen ones, I want you to realize, right? Just like a cell phone do, you talking about the service, the Wi-Fi, that's your mentality, right? You talking about the exterior. Oh, this shit, if you drop it, ain't gonna break. Oh, this got that case on it, right? That's God's protection on you in a sense, right? So therefore, again, if you got God in you, if you out there, again, doing what God asked you to do, you're equipped with certain service, right? You sat there, if you drop this phone, you ain't hurting, right? Some phones have the ability to adapt to their surroundings too, meaning if you go down in water, you're not going to mess around and blow a fuse, right? Okay, cool. But you focus on being the God and the goddess, but there's one thing that's missing. You don't always acknowledge the person that provided that to you with it. You understand me? So there's certain individuals, oh, you a go-getter. Yeah, you are. Oh, you are a survivor. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you strong. Yeah, you are. But when's the last time that you have acknowledged God for those things? Every time you ask him for something and he brings it to you, do you acknowledge him too? You sit there and you asking for money to come through. You sitting there thinking that individual not even realize it was God who sent them to you. See, you out here talking about, oh, I'm so thankful that they hired me. Whole time you don't even realize that God had your name come across their desk in order to do those things. See, you better be giving certain acknowledgement. See, for so long, you sit there and again, you sit there and try to acknowledge certain individuals, but you don't acknowledge who sent them. You sit there and try to acknowledge certain individuals, but you don't thank God for providing certain things to you. See, you better acknowledge, again, if it's God, Jah, Allah, so on and so forth, it was God who gave you those things. You heard me. So, again, that person may have given you this car. This person may have given you this, so on and so forth, but who sent them to do it? Who? Huh? Oh, all right, cool. See, I'm going to give you an equivalent on what a cell phone that you got in your hand, right? So you talking about the service that comes in, how it got this sleek type of form in it. Oh, that phone's cool. Oh, it's fast too. Oh, you can make certain phone calls, have certain downloads, search certain things up too, right? Oh, all right, cool. But one thing that you don't always think about is that battery till that battery's running low. See, I want you to realize that God, in a sense, is that battery that you have in the back of your shit. See, you done talked about your Wi-Fi messing up. That's your mind. You done talked about how you done cracked that case. That's your body. You done sat there and talked about all of these things, but you don't acknowledge the main thing that's making it run, which is that battery. And God is that battery in a sense. So again, only when things go wrong is when you want to acknowledge that shit. Only when your battery gives you that sign 10%, 5%, now you on 1%, now you want to acknowledge him. Why you ain't sit there and praise that battery when it was allowing you to do certain shit? See, chosen ones, every single time, you better acknowledge the divine. Every time something comes through, you better acknowledge God too. Why? Because he's the one who even looked in you and decided that he was going to give you the things that he gives you. You understand me? So the fact that you're able to be a seer, the fact that you are being able to be an achiever, the fact that you got certain worth ethic, where you think that came from? Huh? The fact that any situation that you in, you have the ability to overcome, where that came from. But you don't want to acknowledge that battery until that shit starts running low. Now you sitting there trying to rush for a charger to plug your shit in. Because if that battery's not in the back of your shit, then none of those things or functions on your phone's going to be able to operate. See, chosen ones, you better get that together. And a lot of people act like they too cool to acknowledge God too. Whole time, we ain't trying to hear that shit. See, I don't care if you feel like hearing that or the person that you round rolls their eyes as soon as you sit there and bring God into that conversation. See, nah. Those individuals who make you feel a certain type of way, make you want to be quiet about your faith, make you want to sit there and be silent when you know it's God that's inside you that's making certain things. See, oh nah. I don't care how many times you get sick of me mentioning God, I'm going to relate. Oh, you going through this situation? Okay, God told me to say these things. Oh, you going through this? See, God got you. Oh, you going through that? See, God's going to guide you. See, certain individuals that trigger them because they ain't got God with them because they was born and birthed from a damn demon. See, chosen ones. We all heard that story, right? How God used to be cool with the devil. The devil used to be God's partner in a sense. Then the devil got mad because all the abundance was coming through God and that he couldn't create that shit. So what did he do? He didn't want to put that work in too, because God was like, listen, if you do this, I'll have certain abundance come through. If you do this, I'm going to make this happen for you. The devil's like, I ain't trying to do all that shit. The devil wanted the ability to do and create certain things that God only had the ability to make, right? So what happened? The devil then teamed up with all these individuals, start talking about God, start talking about, man, you ain't even got to do all this in order to get certain things that you would get from the divine. You ain't got to work hard for no shit. You ain't got to sit there and listen to the rules and regulations. You ain't got to be of light in order to get certain things. And certain individuals listen to him. So what did God do? God was like, listen, that's how you feel. That's how you feel. The devil was like, listen, I'm about to get me and my crew. We about to go to a different location. God was like, true, do what you gonna do. See, God had seen the devil persuade certain individuals who didn't even really want to make that move. But their partner chose to be devious. So therefore, they thought that they had to follow them too. The mother then sat there and sold her soul. So that kid was forced to make that move too. So therefore, again, I want you to realize that not everybody is of divine and not everybody got that God inside. So therefore, when you mention God, that triggers them because they don't got a piece of it. So therefore you end up reminding them that they really don't even got no shit. See, that's why they try to keep you from using your feelings. That's why they try to keep you from using your intuition, because God personally put that in you so you can see what individuals intend to do before they have an opportunity to do that shit. See, chosen ones, I'm trying to tell you, anybody who's telling you, oh, forget your feelings, oh, that's the devil, because they don't feel shit. Those individuals that tell you to give up your heart, oh, because they heartless. They wasn't born with the same thing that you got, the same gifts, the same abilities. So therefore, not everybody is the child of God. Some of them are satanic. Some of these individuals, again, were forced to come here based upon their family. See, chosen ones, I want you to, again, at all times, you acknowledge God, whether or not that's God, Jah, Allah. You know who I'm talking about, right? Huh? When we break that down, who we talking about? You know who I'm talking about, right? Oh, why? Cool. So don't get caught up in the name and don't allow other people to trigger you talking about, nah, we are God. You are a God. You are a goddess, but you wouldn't have that if you wasn't born into it. So therefore, what are you really saying? You're not the person. Again, you can only create certain shit because God set you close to God. So therefore, he has that come in. You heard me, but not everybody has the ability as you. So you out here trying to save these satanic ass individuals and they don't want to be saved. See, I don't know about you, I was born in the 90s. So Project Pat told me don't save them if they don't want to be saved. You heard me. Shit. You better know that. So anybody who gets triggered when you talk about God, or if you start saying a prayer and they walk out that room, now you know exactly who was praying on you. You know exactly who don't got a piece of God in them. You know exactly who's leading them and where they leading them to, and that's not like you. So get your ass from those individuals. If you don't acknowledge God, I'm trying to tell you, you're not going to have nothing, because God is that battery that's in your back. If you don't got God, if you don't thank him for certain things that he has coming in, if you don't thank him for the situations that you done seen and overcame them, if you don't thank God or acknowledge God, then I'm telling you, that's like you not plugging in your phone overnight. What you waking up to? Huh? What you waking up to? I'm trying to tell you. You better understand that. Certain individuals are trying to be controlling. Certain individuals, again, when they start talking about who they are, how they the God, how they this, how they that, you pay attention to that shit, because that means that that's the devil in their ass. Because again, you gotta realize that when the devil came down here, earth is the devil's playground in a sense. You heard me. So therefore, again, God sat there and was like, listen, you got a certain amount of time. You could try to rally up as many people as you can get. You could sit there and do what you want to do. But best believe when time's up, I'm coming to collect. See, I want you to realize that, chosen ones, the devil's time is up. They don't have no more opportunities to steal no abundance. They was trying to steal our light from us. See, chosen ones, I want you to realize, right? When God told the devil, okay, you can go down there, do what you want to do. Oh, you taking Sarah with you, Sarah? You want to go? Oh, now you a part of this Titanic crew? Oh, Malcolm, you trying to go with him too? Miss Margaret, oh, you a part of that crew? See, God was sitting there paying attention. But he also witnessed certain people that didn't really want to go but was persuaded to join them. Certain individuals that felt like they didn't have a choice, right? God was looking like, yo, she ain't even want to go, but her partner was strong on her. Oh, he ain't even want to go, but his wife then persuaded him to do that shit. See, I want you to realize, chosen one, what happened when they came down here in a sense, right? That's why I always say y'all star signs. Y'all not equipped from this. Y'all come from certain galaxies mixed up. You understand me? That's why certain individuals can't understand your vision. You see through that. See, I want you to realize that chosen ones is the only ones that can break out of this firmament. How come we can be in earth but also be tapped into the 5D? That means, again, you're the only one that can connect that other individuals can't do. So therefore, there's certain things that you see that they can't see. That's why they try to downplay you. That's why they try to tell you that your gifts ain't real. That's why when you say certain things and it happens, it gets revealed, right? And they feel a certain type of way. See, chosen ones, let's talk. Now, everybody has what you have. We just gonna have to acknowledge it. See, again, you have to realize some of these individuals was born into some demonic shit, right? So when they came down here, what did they do? They had a low-ass vibrations, right? They, again, the devil done told them that they can get anything that they wanted and they ain't have to work for that shit. Why you think certain people was applying to PPPs ain't had no business? Certain individuals that soon as they get an opportunity to steal something, they try to do it. They try to disguise themselves as you to sit there and get certain things that God has for you. But that shit's equipped inside, so therefore there's no way that they can fake from being a divine. They just impersonating. But people who can really see through that shit that they showing you. See, I'm trying to tell you, chosen ones, not everybody is built like you. That's why they gonna fuck around and blow a fuse trying to be you, because they not equipped to carry that same power as you. You understand me? So let's talk, right? Devil came down here and told him, listen, I promise you, you're going to get certain things. These people believed him. Join his ass. Then when they came here, they was caught up in certain things, right? They seen fire everywhere. They was starving. They couldn't produce no shit. Anything that they had based upon the divine, God sat there and took it, so they ain't have nothing. So all of a sudden, the devil start getting worried, right? The devil started getting scared. See, in that time, the devil was trying to figure out how he was going to put his people on. God was putting his people on him. See, God sat there and was like, listen, chosen ones, before you go down there, I got a certain task for you to do. See, God had you stand over this whole globe in a sense and told you exactly what moves you was going to do. That's why it's very important for you to tap into your memory, chosen ones. Remember who you are. Because before you came here, God already assigned you certain things, right? That's why you're on the path that you want. So God was like, listen, I need you to go over here. You see that person down there? Yeah, I need you to cross paths with them. There's certain things that I need you to say to them. Okay, cool. All of a sudden, this person, see, I want you to watch out for them because they're going to try to swindle you. They smooth with their words in a sense, right? You like, all right, cool. God's like, all right, you ready? You like, yeah. So therefore, he allowed you to be born into certain individuals, right? That you were supposed to help them break their cycle too. See, that's why I say your family's not always who you born into, but often who you are led to. You understand me? Family ain't who you come from, but it's often who you're led to. Why? Because God chose you to help these individuals break that cycle. So that means, again, God had you be born sometimes to these little devious, dark ass individuals. See, you got karmic mother and fathers too. Why you think that you wasn't blending in with them? Why you felt like you was the ugly duckling in a sense? It's because you was chosen. You was nowhere near them. You had a higher vibration, but God sent you there to help them because God was like, I'm going to give them an opportunity to repent. I'm going to give them an opportunity because that lineage, before this lineage, those were the people that got swindled into coming down here in the first place. So God was like, listen, I need you to go there, give them an opportunity to be right. I need you to let me know if so-and-so truly wants to come back and step into their light. So you like, oh, all right, cool. So you wondering why you cross paths with certain individuals because you was giving them an opportunity to come with you, right? Oh, all right, cool. So all of a sudden, see, there was one chosen one that talked too much. That's why I always say, don't tell individuals what you want. If they truly for you, they going to naturally align with you. You ain't going to have to tell them how you want them to treat you, how you want them to act, how you want them to dress, how you want them to look. They automatically going to be that because they are that. You understand me? See, a chosen one was talking too much. So a chosen one got swindled with one of these Rico Suave demons and was telling him like, yeah, you know, God sent a group of us down. Yeah, God sent us here to do certain things. We on a mission to take the devil down. So what that demon do? That demon, listen to all that information, got that information. See, some of y'all been connected to some demons too. Those people that told you, listen, what you gonna do for me? I need something from you. Oh, you so beautiful. Now you smiling and shit. And why they done sat there and put their hand in your pocket or sat there and stabbed you in your back. See, you done got swindled, right? How they say Pretty Ricky's what they call him, right? You done got swindled. Now that demon and went to the devil, told Satan like, hey, yo, a chosen one came. Satan's like, what? What you mean? What you trying to be funny? They like, nah, a chosen one's here. The devil's like, bet, because I already know that God's not going to send them down here with nothing. God, the devil already knew that God was going to have them have the ability to create certain abundance. They was going to have love. They was going to have protection. So the devil was plotting like, listen, in a sense, the devil was looking at the chosen ones as they blessing. He like, listen, we gonna attack all the chosen ones. I know damn well they got money in their pocket. I know damn well they got some protection. I know damn well that they have the ability to speak certain things into existence. So that's how they thought they was getting a blessing. See, that's how the devil that swindled you too. You was speaking life into these dark ass individuals. You out here trying to take them with you when they was trying to take you out. See, certain individuals, again, that wasn't your people, they secretly was trying to take you down. But the devil knew that if they swindled you to do the things that they needed to get, that if they asked you to speak life and existence to them, then that's what they was going to receive, right? So the devil didn't swindle you, a smooth talker. See, I always say this, the devil knows certain scriptures too. Half the devil know how to recite certain shit better than the chosen ones because we too busy being it, right? But they reciting it. They don't know what those words is really saying. See, they just say certain shit to get in your head to make it seem like they like you whole time. That's the devil's ass playing. See, chosen ones, when that person talked too much, told them that certain abundance was going to come, when that chosen one sat there and got Rico Suave, that smooth talk, and sat there and talked all that shit, sat there in a sense, blew the cover of other chosen ones, put their ass into some risk. See, we was undercover like an undercover boss. That's why God didn't even have us dressed up. God had us in the field for real, so we wasn't in our dress best. We had that shit inside of us. We had that personal GPS. That's that intuition. That's that discernment. Like, nah, bust this left, turn right here. Don't trust that. There's bad weather ahead. That's certain individuals that you don't need to be near. See, God sat there and was putting us on. But the devil persuaded us not to use that shit. Made it seem like, nah, I know a shortcut. And what did you do? You lost yourself listening to them. You sat there again, got deterred off your path. Then all of a sudden, you lost connection. Now that signal wasn't strong, and now you losing your mind because you didn't sat there and followed them and realized that they was trying to get you to follow them to your death, to your demise, to your destruction in a sense, trying to deter you with their body on some Jezebel shit, trying to sit there and swindle money in front of your face, not even realizing that you all that shit, you are the wealth. So when they tell you, nah, don't show love to them, don't give love again, I don't want you to be this, they had you sitting there being manipulated because what you put your mind to is what's going to be produced. Again, you got to realize that your mind is that network, that Wi-Fi connection. So if they sit there, have you turn your shit off, none of your area, your location is going to be detected. Just like if you turn that data off, what you going to find? What you gonna be looked up? That shit is just an empty shell. You heard me. So those individuals try to persuade you not to be you, try to persuade you to not listen to the GPS that was inside you, try to tell you that you can get to a location quicker. Whole time that shit was not true. They was trying to guide you to your demise, have you go off the cliff in a sense. But nah, they ain't realized that in your vehicle, God put a personal GPS in that shit. So no matter what you had in your Palm Pilot or what they was showing you, God was guiding you. So I want you to think of a vehicle, right? Somebody try to steal your shit. No matter where they try to go, if you had an air tag, they could catch on to that and find it and get rid of it. But if you got that GPS equipped in your car, that means, and that I'm talking about that ignition switch, meaning that if it gets too far away, you can finally shut that shit down. That car's not going to be able to move. See, God did the same to you. Oh, nah, they leading you to destruction. This is what I'm going to do. He sat there and put your ass to a place where you was stuck in a sense. You couldn't go with those individuals. You couldn't go off your path. You couldn't even move anymore in a sense. God sat you and sat there, put that AAA on you. He's like, nah, you not moving. I'm going to come to you. You understand me? You was out here focused on the wrong shit. So what did God do? God hit that ignition switch. So now your car can't move. That means that you paused your progression. Certain abundance wasn't coming through. Certain money didn't happen. Certain relationships ended. Certain friendships got diminished. Why? Because again, you was listening to somebody else. You wasn't even paying attention. See, chosen ones. Certain things is happening for you. I'm telling you, things ain't falling apart, it's falling together. So if you get too far off the path, God's gonna get your ass back together. See, chosen ones, I'm trying to tell you, you understand me? But you gonna have to stay close to God. You gonna have to again realize that God is within you, God is inside, but you gonna have to acknowledge him when things go good, not just when things go bad. Because I want you to think about, right, how when you are friends with certain individuals and all of a sudden they going through certain things, right? They call you. They transfer that energy on you, because energy can't be created nor destroyed. It can only be transferred or transformed. So what does that mean? That if they feeling a certain type of way, they call you, release that on you. Now you taking on their burdens, their karma, their consequences too. Now at the end of the call, they talking about, thank you, I feel so much better. Shit, I bet you do. Because now all of a sudden you feeling everything that they was feeling, because you done sat there and transferred that energy to you. They talking about, put yourself in my shoes. Shit, no I won't. They talk about, put yourself in my shoes. Why would I do some dumb shit like that? Because if I put myself in your shoes, that means that you're going to be in my shoes and you ain't even on that path. So therefore, oh nah, I ain't put myself in your, I understand what you going through. I understand that you in an unfavorable position, but at the same time, you should have listened. I'm not putting my, what? That's some selfish shit. Put yourself in my shoes. What? Why would I do that? That Funk Master Flex shit. Why would I do that? Huh? No. You ain't worn no socks. You understand? You hear me? When I say you ain't worn no socks, I mean that. Think of somebody out there with no socks on their feet bumping in the heat. Them shoes are sitting sideways. You understand, with some Houston shit? See, I'm trying to tell you, why would I put myself in your shoes and you ain't even take care of that shit? You ain't sit there and God didn't protect you because you wasn't sitting there going to God. So that's like you not wearing no socks, boo. P.U. Fuck out of here. You understand me? You out here running rugged. You sitting there running the streets. Now your shoes is leaning. Why would I want to swap feet with you? Why would I want to put myself in your shoes when you ain't take care of them motherfuckers? Now you want me to take over? Oh, nah, boo. We not doing that. You heard me? So when people try to call you when they going through certain things, but don't call you when certain things is coming together for them, pay attention. Pay attention. The same way that when they celebrating, they, oh, I thought that you ain't want to go. Or when they got money coming in, they don't call you no more. When they feel like everything's good for them, they don't call you. But as soon as it goes wrong again, they call you. Oh, nah, I'm not no. That's not what I'm here for. If you ain't call me when you was celebrating, don't call me when you going through some shit. You understand me? I'm trying to tell you. So the thing goes, same thing goes pertaining to God. You sitting there when all that money was coming in, you ain't acknowledge him. When you got out of that tricky situation, you ain't acknowledge him. When you finally ended that relationship and stopped getting your ass whooped in a sense, you ain't acknowledge him. So therefore now when things is going bad, now all of a sudden you remember his name again. Oh, nah. You better sit there and thank God every time something happens, regardless if it's your if you feel like that's your favorite way that it happened or not. Because you favor chosen one, so your plan B and C has always been God's plan A. Your plan C and D has always been God's plan A. So while you sitting there all messed up, face all cracked up, nose like Roscoe, all bubbling up, you ain't even realize had you sit your ass down for a moment, you would figure that out. See, just like when you on the road, right? And you missed your turn, right? And all of a sudden your GPS keeps saying rerouting, right? What you gotta do? Half of y'all are smart. You pull over to the side and you wait for that GPS to get regrouped. Some of y'all will keep driving. Now you done missed your mark again. You understand me? So when things is not going the way that you want, you sit there and pause for a minute. You sit there and analyze, because I'm telling you, everything's happening on your behalf. That money stopped, that's because that wasn't the position that you was supposed to be in. Oh, that relationship stopped. Oh, that's because that wasn't your true divine partner in the first place. You was trying to persuade them that they could play that position, but that's just not within them. So therefore, God ended it. Oh, you wondering why your friend acting phony now? Because they was phony in the first place. You sat there and told them the things that you wanted. They try to dress up like it, and that wasn't something that they was going to be able to maintain. See, I want you to think about how when you first get in a relationship and you talking about, oh, well, so-and-so used to buy me flowers at first. So-and-so used to give me forehead kisses. So-and-so used to write me little poems. Used to gift me with certain shit. Used to compliment me. Then all of a sudden, a month later, years later, they stopped doing that shit because that wasn't them in the first place. You sat there and tried to persuade them to be somebody that you was supposed to be with. That's not who they were. They listened to what you wanted so that they can dress up like it, because the devil done tapped they shoulder and was like, listen, I got a job for you. So-and-so said they looking for a fly dude that looks like this, a person who acts like that. So what did the devil do? Got them dressed up to try to play that part, and that wasn't no shit that they was within. So therefore, again, you sat there and caved into the illusions because intuitively you felt like shit wasn't right, but that's not what you was viewing. They was doing everything that you asked for. So you like, okay, cool. Other people around you persuade you to stay with that individual because they felt like they was benefiting too. Half your mothers and told you that that's the partner that you're supposed to be with because they was with somebody that they asses wasn't even supposed to be with. So therefore, they just want to pass down a baton innocence. They sat there and deal with somebody with money but didn't have no love within them. Nobody that boosted them up. Nobody who paid attention. Nobody who protected them. They end up needing protection from them. See, I'm trying to tell you, chosen ones. You better pay attention because some of your mothers is petty as shit. They want you to go down the same cycle as them. Because if you was to overcome what they went through, then they would see that they coulda, shoulda, woulda, did that shit too. So now they feeling like you better than them when that shit is true because you made better decisions than they did. So therefore, they'll try to persuade you to stay in a similar situation that they in because, oh, that person providing profit. So what you gonna do? Try to buy your mother too. Give her certain money. Break bread with her. While that person that you with is breaking you. See, we not doing that shit. You heard me. Certain fathers that tell you, oh, that woman looks so fine. Deal with her. That woman may look fine, but she ain't divine. That shit is an illusion that you in. She's sitting there trying to gas you up. And that's some siren shit. She trying to call you in. Oh, she telling you can sleep with mad females, so you going with her. Fuck out of here. She don't care about you. Oh, she's saying that she'll go do all of these strange things for you. She don't care about you. She done said it to so-and-so's ass too. The things that she did for you is nothing new to what she did. Her ass is energetically ran through. Nasty. You heard me. But let somebody cross paths with them that speaks life into them. Somebody who says you better than your circumstances that you in. Somebody that sits there, uplifts them, let them know that they ain't missing not no shit. Oh, nah, they tell them not to deal with those type of females. Talking about them females is bogus. You gotta work too hard for that shit. What that sound like? The devil, right? They don't want you working hard for nothing. The devil don't want you working towards nothing. They just want to get something for nothing, right? Okay, so when you see certain individuals that want to be out here scamming, acting like it's success, taking certain trips that they ain't even pay for that shit, certain individuals that try to use their body to get what they want on some faith type shit, or shorty from the Players Club, you know that cousin that I'm talking about. use my body to get what. That's not what God was talking about, sweetheart. God said use your body to get what you mean in your mind. You manifest certain things in. You have certain work ethic that you actually put yourself on the field and you going to catch that shit. But instead you putting yourself out there on the field, so now you done caught some shit. Talking about diseases, demons, man, karma and consequences. Oh, nah. See, I'm trying to tell you, don't let them swindle you. They talking about, nah, chosen ones, this is your season for all that work that you did. Now it's going to pay off for you. All those years that you sat there and put that work in, all those years that you felt like you was being overlooked, that was God looking out for you. You wasn't being overlooked. God was looking out for you. Because had those people select you, you would have been selected to certain karma and consequences that didn't belong to you. You would have sat there and been in a battle that you wasn't even supposed to be in. You understand me? Taking certain hits based upon the fact that you was connected to those demons. So, oh nah. This your season where God's going to reward you for the work that you put in. But let me give you another analogy, right? See, chosen ones, you done worked so hard. All the work that you did, them seeds that you planted pertaining to your business. Before that profit came in, you stood in your purpose, right? You kept going because God told you the outcome was going to be you flourishing, you eating. You understand me? He told you that the harvest was going to come in, but how's that harvest going to come if you won't plant that seed in a sense? And that's what you did. Just like when you plant something, it goes for a few seasons before you start to see that shit bloom. So the same applies to you. You put that work in. So I'm telling you, all that abundance, love, light, and prosperity, that shit's coming to you soon. You just had to keep your sun on it. That means your attention on it. That means that's that light in a sense. You had to keep speaking life into that. That's equivalent to that photosynthesis. You had to sit there and say, I am going to be successful. I am going to have this. I am going to be abundant. That's you shining your light on it, right? You have to have a light in order for certain shit to grow, right? Okay, cool. See, you also had to water that harvest too. So sometimes your tears that was getting produced was those tears based upon the fact that you was watering that food, right? See, when you first started to plant that seed, what other individuals see? They see the patch in your yard. They was laughing at that shit, right? They seen that little patch of dirt. They was like, what they doing? They thought because their grass was green, they shit was perfect. Whole time now, you had to sit there and dig up some shit, meaning that you had to heal certain traumas that you had within in order for you to plant certain seeds and see that shit get grown. I'm trying to tell you, you're going to be eating for long times. You heard me? Longevity, lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, you and your real people going to eat based upon the fact that you was willing to plant these seeds, see, chosen ones. You better keep going. Every time you see the weed pop up, that's equivalent to false-ass friends, false-ass connections. What did you do? You listened to God when he told you to pluck them, get their ass from around you because they was going to tear you down in a sense. So what did you do? Walked away. You isolated yourself in order to be elevated. See, you better know that you listen. You heard me. Anytime somebody's not divine, get your ass from around me. Anytime, I don't care what you saying. God told me not to rock what you saying. Get your ass from around me. I'm not going to persuade you to get on the right path. That's something that you want to do or not. You want to be in lack, cool. But when my food come through, your ass ain't eating. I'm telling you. You heard me. You don't feed these demons. You starve their ass. So that means go celibate. Don't be sitting there watering your seed with some demonic shit. Don't sit there and be, again, sex is a very powerful thing because that's when you manifest. See, some of you thought because that person that got you off, what if I told you that you wasn't having an orgasm? That was the devil celebrating that he got to you. You heard me. Those demons being transferred to you. So you gotta starve them out. That means, again, if you're no longer allowing them to be sexually connected to you, they going to go through withdrawal in a sense. I'm trying to tell you, chosen ones, you like that potent drug. Soon as somebody get a hit of that shit, whether or not it's you speaking life into them, whether you in a relationship with them, whether or not you having sex with them, your shit is some potent shit. They going to try to come back and get a hit every single time. But nah, starve their ass out. They going through withdrawal now. And I can tell you, some of them don't make it. That's on them. But they going to try to go to somebody else to try to get a quick fix. But it ain't going to hit the same. They shit's watered down. So again, you got to realize that you got power. So who you giving your body to? Shit. I can speak for myself. I've been celibate a few years. A few years. That doesn't mean that you don't want to feel that connection, but at the same time, that means you got to get your body protected. You're not going to nourish a demon. I'm not about to feed a demon. I'm not about to allow you to plug into me whole time that you're going to create a shortage from me. Nah, not happening. You heard me. But I'm trying to tell you, as soon as you sit there and align with your true divine partner, you about to get that shit cracking again. You understand me? You gonna hear, don't stop, pop that in the background. You heard me. I'm trying to tell you, but you had to starve those demons out. That's it. But when you connect with your true divine partner, you gonna be popping on some Pringle shit. I'm trying to tell you. You heard me. You better know it. I'm trying to tell you. You better know that, chosen ones. So you plant those seeds. Again, you got to think the most beautiful journeys have an ugly beginning, and that was necessary. Because again, you the person who had to dig up that patch, plant those seeds, cut out those weeds, water that shit, nourish that shit, speak to it, because you know when you speak to your plants, they grow even quicker. So therefore, you speaking life into it like, you better go, baby. You better do that, baby. You this, you that. You got to speak life into it, so you better speak life into you too. Be mindful of your words and who you speaking life into, because that's how the devil try to swindle you to bless him. That's how the devil tries to take certain things and end up pausing your progression. You speaking life into them. I ain't speaking shit to Satan. Oh, you dark and you devious, you gotta go. And I can call judgment on your ass too. I'm trying to tell you, anything you call judgment, we not judges, we call judgment. That means that we present the case to God in a sense. So-and-so did this, God. I'm trying to tell you, when it comes to divine, I'm a tattletale on that shit. Like, yo, God, shorty was out here creating a fake profile, acting like this person, acting like me, doing this. I call judgment. So-and-so was spreading lies about me. So-and-so was trying to play magic. So-and-so was talking this. I don't just call judgment on people that do shit to me. I call judgment on people who do shit to you too. When I give you readings and I see who's doing certain things to you, I'm telling. Hey, yo, God. So-and-so sitting there holding so-and-so hostage in their mind. So-and-so sitting there keeping them restricted. I'm calling judgment on their ass. And guess what happens? What you think? When I say some of us, our name rings bells in that spiritual world, this is not a game that you want to play. I guarantee that. I'm going to have you tap out every time. And see, the difference is when you try to tap to your friend, you're going to realize that they getting their ass beat the fuck up. See, I'm trying to tell you, these demons try to tag team. Whole time you ain't never realized until you met somebody, a chosen one. I'm trying to tell you, it is not something to take lightly. Soon as we call judgment, see, God don't play about us. And again, when you come to me, I speak life into you. I tell you what individuals doing towards you, what they intend to do. Sometimes I give you a heads up on what's coming to you, just so that when you start to see certain signs and synchronicities, your ass know how to move. They wondering how you know. Shit, who you connected to. I'm trying to tell you, I'm calling judgment on all of them, or what you thought you was going to do. Call judgment on your ass. I done told on you. That's why certain people, oh, stop snitching, stop snitching. That was made by a demonic ass individual. You heard me? Because that's the devil. Don't want you to tell God on what they do to you. They just want you to continue to get hit, get certain things snatched so that they can continue to take from you. Oh, nah, baby. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you what you thought. I'm going to run faster than they did to those police that was sitting in that donut shop on Friday. Fuckers, you thought with my whistle and all. I'm telling on your ass. What you do? Oh, you sat there and tried to do this to them? Oh, I'm calling judgment on you. Fuck out of here. I'm trying to tell you. Quick, fast. Top flight security of the world, Craig. You heard me. Not just the city, but the world, Craig. I'm out there with a whistle fast. Because we on your ass. See, chosen ones, we reuniting like that. Almost like that Power Rangers in a sense. See, I'm going to sit there and connect to a chosen one too. We going to come together. That light is going to fuck up the demon's view. I'm trying to tell you, when you raise your vibrations, where that darkness going to run to? Nowhere. Your ass done. I promise you. So chosen ones, you better align with other chosen ones. See, when people talk about you not supposed to mix your race, that's what they talking about, not your color in a sense. See, again, God made certain chosen ones like those phones in a sense. Oh yeah, you might look like this, you might look like that, but you still have the same abilities as them. You heard me? So therefore, again, not everybody who looks like you is like you. You heard me? But when God said don't mix that race, he's talking about you don't mix your divine with no demons. How that work? How that work? Fuck out of here. Oh, nah, you can't even breathe towards me, Smokey. Nah, you can't hit this shit, Smokey. Because they gonna have you looking like Smokey in that chicken coop when you hit some shit that didn't belong to you and found out that there was other shit that they was hitting to. See, chosen ones, that's why you don't sit there and be connected with just anybody. You heard me? And if y'all ain't see that, man, I'm trying to tell you, I watch all the Martins, all the Fridays, all the Wayans brothers. That's what I do. You heard me? So I'm trying to tell you, just like Smokey was in that chicken coop, hit some shit that he didn't even know what was in that shit. That's equivalent to you getting caught up in certain karma and consequences because you hitting certain people that put some tainted shit in they blunt. Oh, nah. You understand? Like those people, see, chosen ones, this is what I'm going to tell you, right? When I tell you that these demons is going to be going through withdrawal because they can't get a hit of you, I'm talking about those individuals who sat there and was chasing that high and took a bad pill. Now they mind is messed up. Now they shit is mush because they was looking for that high and end up fucking themselves up. See, chosen ones, they was sitting there trying to find an opportunity, right? They was chasing that high that they will never get. Now they mind is fucked up. They not the same in the sense. Now people talking about what they coulda, shoulda, had the ability to be, but that's not what you see. You sat there and chased that high, meaning that you chose to try your chosen one. Now your ass gonna die. See, it's not the same. You messed up. You heard me? You messed up. How they say on Minister Side, you know you done fucked up, right? You was chasing a high, meaning you kept trying to target that chosen one. There's certain people that still try me while they going through trials and trials. I'm like, shorty, you ain't done yet? You still checking for me? And you about to check out? I'm not going to go back and forth with a fucking corpse. You already done now. You heard me? You already did. Finito. Finished. Out of here. They don't know. Because they don't know. But they about to see. And by the time they see that shit, they gonna be dead. For trying the chosen one. I'm trying to tell you. What you mean? What I look like arguing with a corpse? You dead. Already. You're done. And if you don't cut that shit out, that death is gonna be like shorty on that Bone Thugs and Harmony shit. That death angel gonna be touching you. Your eyes gonna be rolling in your head. You talking about you miss your Uncle Charlie, right? Well, your ass about to meet his ass. Fuck out of here. But they ain't going to no upper room. They going to that lower level. Fuck is you talking about? Huh? Oh, you miss your what? You miss your Uncle who? You going with his ass. You better take an ice pack with your ass too. Ain't nah, I'm trying to tell you. Oh, they say that's disrespectful. Fuck out of here. I don't spare you demons. And we don't become demons. We beat them the fuck up. I don't befriend you demons. You get beat the fuck up. What you thought this was? Come on, energetically, you try to mess with me, mess with other chosen ones. I'm taking your ass out before you even know where it's coming from. Fuck is you talking about? Huh? Energetically? Y'all better know who y'all be playing with. I'm trying to tell you, them same people that they was paying them dark-ass witches, those Orishas that thought that they was going to try certain shit, they the same ones that you paid that's in my inbox trying to cop a plea. Out here trying to ask me to spare them. I'm saying it's out my hands, baby. God got your ass. See, I told you, be cautious of who you try. Because chosen ones is the guardian angel. God don't play by his divine. So I'm trying to tell you, what you thought? What you thought was going to happen? Oh, why? Well, you didn't think. That's the problem. You out of there. You up out of there. Don't talk about, oh, so-and-so. Because if your children is just like your demonic ass, oh, they going to feel that too. God don't spare nobody. So you planted that seed and wanted them to be your mini-me. Now they just like you. Now they don't even get to, man, you stupid. You're done. Finito. You're going to jail and hell. You're getting booked, bucko. You're up out of here. Fuck is you talking about? Tu es mucho estúpida. I'm trying to, they dumb. Talking about, oh, little, what you thought? Little Ray wasn't going to catch that? Shit. If Ray's like your ass, he getting his hands smacked too. And see, God looks out the baby and fools But he don't look after them demonic ass individuals, because what do those demon seeds grow up to with bigger demons? So you had him just like you, he getting up out of there too. Oh, she just like you, she getting up out of there too. Why? Because God's not about to have that seed get produced into some fraudulent ass shit if it's a reflection of you. Oh, alright, they up out of there. I'm sorry, but not sorry. You chose your side. Now you about to see. You should have never played with somebody that's divine. Which did you think? You're not built for this, bucko, at all. They done howled under all these moons, thinking they was on their hocus pocus shit. Didn't even realize we ain't paying attention to it while they out here under the moon. We in our house all laid back watching movies and eating and shit. We out here just entertaining, putting on concerts. You heard me. They out here holding hands. Mama say, mama Sama. Bitch, you're up out of here. Fuck is you talking? You're not even gonna get past that shit. What you thought? We out there sleep with a mouth wide open. I don't know about y'all, but I'm an ugly sleeper. Don't take pictures of me when I sleep. Talk about, oh, she cute. No. I'm sleep, mouth open. Damn, there might be snoring. Do not take pictures of it. I'm trying to tell you, you think this is a cute sleeper. It's a no for me. No. And I move around in the bed, so I might fuck around, start up here and end up down there. It is, you're not supposed to be cute when you sleep. And why are you taking pictures anyway? Weirdo. You understand? I'm trying to tell you, what? A cute sleeper. You know how people clip them little pictures like, oh, my baby's so cute when she sleep. They gonna be like, hey, yo, is shorty all right? Mouth open, wide, just, you understand? What? I'm not trying to look cute. I'm trying to sleep. Look at you, what? In a deep sleep, too. While they out here in some deep shit. Because I'm trying to tell you, chosen ones. Even when we sleep, our energy's up on guard. So even when we sleep in a 3D, 5D, we up and alert. Fuck is you talking about? My body may look like it's knocked the fuck out while I'm knocking you energy the fuck out. What do you think? You better be cautious. They better be cautious who they playing with, because they always say, listen, God only protects babies and fools, but once you get warned and shown the sides that not to play with the divine's crew, you no longer a fool, because you well aware of what you're doing, so your ass getting up out of there. It is what it is. And don't come to me talking about you trying to cop the plea, point fingers on other people that you tried to team up with to target me, you, your crew, your people too, all y'all is done. See, if y'all ever want to know what a demon looks like, you know them little monsters off of Space Jam? That's who they resemble. Like, they can come in all colors, but you know them eyes, they tell you everything. So look at on Space Jam and you see them little demons. If you look, there's a demon who's Caucasian, could be melanated, could be Asian, could be Spanish. They all got similarities in them motherfucking eyes. Like, It's a no for me. Looking like them little Space Jam. Once you see, it can never be unseen. So as soon as somebody's in your vicinity, you could pick up on a demon. You could pick up on a lizard person. Because if y'all don't believe that shit is real, you in for a surprise. Because I told y'all years ago, y'all about to see certain shit that you thought was in movies that called us conspiracy theorists. What happened? Now you coming to those same people that you called crazy talking about what's going to happen, huh? Oh, you didn't want to listen to me before. Now you curious, huh? Oh, now you want to know. Fuck out of here. So, chosen ones, you keep your vibration high. You keep your battery charged. That means you connected with the divine. That means you speak life into you, because whatever you speak is what you going to see. So don't say no so shit. You plant those seeds. You talk to them plants as they growing and creating your harvest. You water them. You nurture them. Any weeds come around, you pluck their ass up out of there. You understand me? Know that. But I got to get up off of here because I do have a few readings to do. Hey, remember, I upload all my lives to my YouTube. So all I ask you to do is subscribe and like the videos. That way it can get through to other people, all right? I appreciate everybody who's been booking the readings because it's been bumping as we've been on here. So I appreciate you because not only are you investing in yourself, you investing in me too, which then I can go out and help other individuals because I decided I be mentoring. Like, I tell you, I be out there. So if I'm ever absent on TikTok, it's because I'm really out there in the field, right? So I'm also wanting to go to certain prisons and talk to them too, because some of them made the mistakes that they made based upon people that they was born to. So I'm definitely going to go to certain prisons. All my shows, all the trips that I take, I do that out of pocket. So if you can't invest anything, I understand that. But if you get a reading from me, that's an investment too, because I take all my money from my readings and invest in other individuals. So I appreciate you. Y'all referencing me. Y'all liking my videos, even though TikTok don't always allow you to see them. Y'all sitting there sharing. Y'all sitting there speaking life into each other too. That's that gift that keeps on going. So don't never think that because you can't give a gift on here that there's nothing that you can do. You liking. You staying here. You understand me? I appreciate you. I love y'all, alright? So I'm going to upload this live a little later on my YouTube. I appreciate you. Remember, when you're ready for a reading, the link's in my bio, but you got to be ready, because I'm going to tell you about your partners. I'm going to tell you about you. I'm going to tell you about what you went through, what you going through, what's coming for you, who's coming for you too. I'm going to sit there and again allow you to identify certain people that's trying to try you or plan to do it. And for my personal readings, I always record a message for you so that you can go back and reference it. And I'm going to speak highly on the gift that God gave me. I stand on everything that I say to you. And individuals, after they listen to it, they always message like, yo, you was definitely right. This is my confirmation. Other individuals, time goes down, they come back and tell me like, yo, everything that you said played out. I'm not going to say nothing that God don't tell me to say. I don't use no crystal balls, no cards, no disrespect that do. But I give you downloads based upon the fact that I can read through your soul. That's it. So all I need is a picture of you. I'm going to tell you about you. You ain't got to tell me nothing. That way that you know that it was God who sent me to you. But if you do coaching sessions, we on the phone, all right? So that's, you can ask as many questions as you have. As I'm giving confirmations to you, I'll elaborate it. I got 2 sessions, a 30-minute as well as an hour based upon your preference, all right? So for the personal readings, I record a reading for you so you can replay, listen to as a confirmation as long as you want. For coaching sessions, I don't record them, but we on the phone in real time. And again, you can ask 1,000,001 questions. You can sit there. I give you 2 options. Either I can just tell you about you, and as you see that I know what I'm talking about, you can have questions. Or if you just have a certain area of interest, you select that and we'll talk about it, all right? I'm here to help you gain your power. You understand me? So you can go out and continue to be a blessing to other individuals. I love you, all right? Y'all continue to be great. If you need me, baby, you know how to reach me, all right? Y'all be great.